Hola a todos! Merry Christmas, everyone! Yes, I'm an elf. Because we're staying in UK this year, I just wanted to make an effort and I didn't like the Christmas jumper, so I just decided to go for like a whole outfit. Actually, even not the slippers, whole outfit to being like an elf. And basically I'm gonna show you what we have for lunch today. Let's have a look. This year we decided to make an extra and buy like an Spanish ham. We never done that before, like in our the last 10 years we're here in UK. So yeah, I think we did the right thing. Basically this is, you know, very good because once you finish the ham, you can use the bones for the soup stock. Right, these are the little things we are gonna eat today before like the main. I mean, normally we put like lots more. So basically we have some cheese, we have some nice Spanish ham, we have some pate, we have some like anchovies in vinegar, and then we have some Catalan bread. But we can add like lots more, like including like dates with bacon, and you know, there's like infinitive things. We could have like mussels in escabeche and cockles, so many. The other thing I wanted to introduce is the Christmas log. This is another tradition from, I think there are a few countries, but also in Catalonia in Spain we do this a lot. So basically you feed the pudding log, it's also called pudding log. You feed the pudding log every evening, you know, it's children's a thing to do, and they feed him like every night. And then he eats during the night, and then on Christmas, you know, Christmas Eve, we need to sing a song and beat with a stick, and he's gonna put, in theory, he's putting like the little chocolates and little presents and little candies. So it's something to entertain the kids till, you know, the 5th of January, which is the arrival of the Three Kings. I just wanted to show you as well one of the traditions from Spain and I suppose other countries, which is the nativity. This is something very nice for the little ones to do, and they all done it by themselves. I really like they put the Three Kings here in the front. This is my nativity that when I was like a little one, so thank you, mommy, for sending me. And actually I just wanted to show something specific from Catalonia. So basically we have this special figure in here which is making a poo-poo. So if you ever go to the Christmas market in Barcelona, you will see some little shops that they do these lots of figurines like that. You know, they can have the face of the politics and lots of things. So, but this is like the classic, and basically you need to hide this somewhere in the nativity. The meaning behind is that we are all the same, you know, everyone makes poo-poo. So it's a nice meaning, to be honest, that we all made, we are all like the same. So here we come with the geese. Basically these are the geese breasts, which are square like the fat, and also this is a big geese, so I just decided to remove as much fat as I could, so I just leave the necessary fat at the top. And basically this is the first thing we are gonna do. We're gonna brown, we're gonna sear the meat, all of it. So we're gonna start with that. Right, so breast upside down. Okay, we leave it in there. We're gonna leave it in there till it browns the fat. And then, very important, we put the salt. Okay. and some pepper. Some pepper. We removed the breasts once they were like seared from one side and the other. The breasts are gonna go at the very end, otherwise they get very hard to eat. So we're gonna keep the breast, you know, resting here in peace. And then, so I just to let you know, I just cleaned some fat. I think these two pieces had lots of fat, so I removed them. And also I try to remove you know, the big fat pieces from the wings and the legs. So basically we want these to be seared, and then I'm gonna prepare the other things to go. Meat is almost ready. What we're gonna retire on the plate, and then we are gonna chop very finely the 4 garlic cloves, 1 whole onion, and 2 tomatoes that I'm gonna do through the sieve, and I'll show you next step. We are gonna cook now the vegetables. Okay, in the same fat. I didn't remove any because it was just a little. And as soon as the tomato starts to reduce, then we are gonna add, I think it's the brandy. This is the perfect stage because the tomato is starting to reduce. Okay, the water is going away. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna put everything back in with the juices, except the breast. The breasts are gonna go to the very end. So just put this comfortable, and then we are gonna add the brandy. Let's add like a big dollop of brandy. And then I'm gonna add like the stock I did with the skeleton. So it just needs, oh yeah, it needs to cover. Okay. And then we're gonna leave some for the pears at the very end. So if we need to add more liquid in here, we add water. That's the recommendation. And I'm gonna leave this for the pears. And now it needs to come to a bubble. Okay. And then when it comes to a bubble, then, oh, what's that? Then we're gonna leave it, oh, that's bone. Then we are gonna leave it for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours on a very low simmer cover. To make this the goose stock, just make sure on the butchers that they keep some of the skeleton from the breast. Just make sure there's no fat on it, and then you just put it 1 hour on, you know, boiling with some carrots, maybe an onion or a leek, and then just, you know, boil for like an hour, and then your stock should be ready. So this is what we want. It should be simmering for like 3.5 hours, or at least 3 hours. So I'm just gonna cover this. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye like every hour, but yeah, that's it. And then we have our breast to go on the very end. After around 3 hours, I turn off. So now we are ready for the second main, or the main course. So basically I'm just gonna reheat this gently, and then, I mean, it's just 2 of us, but you can imagine if, you know, if it's for like 6 people, go for maybe 4 pears at least. So peel the pears, and then here in a pan, we're gonna heat the pan, and we are gonna add brown sugar. Okay, and then we're gonna add the pears. I mean, I'll show you in a bit, but we're gonna add the pears and add a bit of the goose stock on it. And the pears needs to be cooked, but not a lot, so they still need to be a bit al dente. And then the other thing I'm gonna do is to cut the breasts, because now the breasts are ready to go into the pan. Okay, we're ready for the breasts. So basically, because it's a big one, I'm gonna cut probably in 4 parts at least. Okay, so let's cut in like 1, maybe 4 or 5. There. And now it needs to do the final cooking, so this is gonna go on the pan. And what we want is this to be tender, because otherwise they get very hard and no one is gonna eat that. So very tender, and then we're gonna do the finish cooking time. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna mix up all this together, and this is gonna stay, you know, it needs to be like reheat for like 5 minutes. If you want at this stage, you can add some mushrooms, like not all of them, but you could add like seasonal mushrooms, or if not, like normal like mushrooms, or maybe shiitake as well. So yeah, it is almost ready. So we are gonna add onto the pan. That geese with the pears was just delicious, and also there's some leftover, which is gonna be even better, you know, for tomorrow or maybe after tomorrow. So just wishing you Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas everyone. Cheers. Bye, hasta la próxima.